What's going on, guys? It's Martin coming at you guys with Pair Sources. This is our second ever issue of Tuesdays with Tincho. I hope you guys enjoyed last week. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Man United and kind of the situation that they're in right now and going into the future, if the club is going the right way or the wrong way. As you guys know, last week, they clinched their spot in the Europa League final. It's their first international final since 2011. It was a scrappy fixture, which I thought they should have won more comfortably, but it is what it is. That's how the game goes sometimes. They were able to go through. Now they're in their first international final since the 2011 Champions League final. It's been a hell of a bumpy ride with several managers, but many fans think that the arrival of Jose Mourinho has kind of shifted the team in a positive way, but I have to say I disagree. It's been various disappointing seasons in the last couple of years, so I think that the club kind of hit a panic button, and they brought in Mourinho, they brought in Zlatan, but going forward, it's not what the team needs, nor what they should be aspiring. You know, we've come to know Mourinho as the 3-year manager because he doesn't stay at the club for more than 3 years. He tears locker rooms apart. You know, he's done it in multiple teams. We saw it in his last year in Madrid. He took the team from winning the league pretty comfortably during 2011-2012 to a complete collapse the next season where Barca basically dominated. The thing with Mourinho is, though, even though he's only there for a short period of time, he'll win you championships. He won the treble with Inter. He won the league, Copa del Rey, with Real Madrid. You know, he won leagues with Chelsea. Obviously, the Champions League with Porto. You know, so he knows a thing or two about winning. But again, he doesn't stay long because his attitude and his ego gets in the way of the team, and it ends up collapsing on him. I think winning the Europa League would actually be a problem in the long run because the board would end up thinking that Mourinho is actually part of the solution instead of actually part of the problem. They would end up thinking, well, you know, he brought us a trophy his very first year, so, you know, he's probably doing something right. So going forward, you know that he's not a manager that's going to stick with you for a long time. And so if Man United really was thinking about the future, they shouldn't have brought in a manager that will give you 2, maybe 3 good years. You know, Mourinho also, he doesn't trust his academy players at all, and it's been something that's followed him throughout his whole career. You know, he doesn't really trust his academy players. He doesn't give them too many chances, and that's actually something that Man U does in fact need right now. As a club in recent years hasn't really brought out an academy player that's shined with the team and that has been able to stay with the team. You know, some of Man United's best years came with players from the academy, you know, class of 92. This transfer was always bizarre to me because, you know, for the club going forward, they needed a new young star to kind of take over the team off of Wayne Rooney. Instead of finding a replacement for Rooney, they bring in someone that's older, someone that's closer to the end. It's not what the team needed. You know, I would have understood if they would have brought in Zlatan and a younger player so that younger player could have developed more playing alongside Zlatan, with that Zlatan providing that veteran leadership. United's preparing for a big spending this summer on several players. But they want to bring in Griezmann, they want to bring in Neymar, they want to bring in Bale. But in all honesty, I don't see any of those big name players wanting to come to Old Trafford because the team isn't ready to compete for Europe's best. I don't think Neymar is going to want to leave playing with Suarez, Iniesta, and Messi to go play with Fellaini and Phil Jones. It's baby steps all along. You know, bring in key players here and there. Just build on a team first, and then once you have that team built, that's when you can start luring in those stars. If I were a Man U fan, I would be upset at the club for their decisions the last couple of years. I wouldn't necessarily be as mad with the team because the team can only do so much with the players and the managers that it has. I would be upset with the club. You know, and I'm not even a Man U fan myself, but, you know, as a football fan, I would love to see Manchester, you know, competing in the highest level again. I want to see them back. It's important to understand that it's not an overnight thing. It won't happen by next season, you know. So it takes time, it takes suffering, it takes years to reach that. Hi guys, I hope you guys enjoyed our second ever Tuesdays with Tincho. Do me a massive favor, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go on Pair Sources page or the TPR page and let them know that the Celtics are soft and that the Wizards are going to win tonight. And I hope they win tonight because by the time I finish publishing this video, Game 7 will be over. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.